We know the people who raised us mostly by their titles, mom or dad. But long before those labels existed, they were individuals with lives entirely separate from our own. They lived through decades of mistakes and quiet victories and strange coincidences that rarely make it into the family records. As this guide highlights, most stories go unheard because we simply never thought to ask. The result is a strange paradox. The people we spend the most time with are often the ones whose internal lives remain the biggest mystery to us. Bridging that gap requires a specific framework, 7 questions designed to uncover the actual person behind the title. These prompts are engineered to move past holiday small talk and toward the kind of reflection that rarely happens by accident. Starting these conversations while they are healthy allows for a celebration of connection rather than a frantic attempt to preserve a legacy. Intentionally designing the interaction is the only reliable way to map out the dimensions of a relationship that has existed for decades. The identity map begins with their origins, the child and the student. This page starts with the foundation. What is one story from your childhood you never want forgotten? Hearing a parent describe their own youth shifts the perspective. The authority figure recedes, revealing a kid navigating the world for the first time. The second layer, the survivor, asks about the hardships they endured. What is something you went through that changed you? Parents often seem infallible, but asking about their crucibles highlights their human struggle and the wisdom they've gained. Learning the specific trials they endured provides concrete context for the people they eventually became. The third layer uncovers the hidden self, focusing on internal pride. This prompt asks what they are most proud of that others might not know about. Then the framework asks what they want you to know, the thoughts they have waited for permission to share. The instructions here emphasize the power of the pause. Let the silence do some of the work. The final layer positions them as the guide, focusing on the lessons they want to leave behind. The journal provides space to record their exact phrasing, preserving the specific cadence and vocabulary they use to describe their life. Collectively, these layers, the child, the survivor, the hidden self, and the guide, render a complete, multidimensional portrait of the individual. Once these 7 questions are answered, the familiar labels of parent and child carry the weight of these newly discovered details. The final step requires reciprocity, sharing exactly what that person has meant to you. Ordinary time feels abundant, but these quiet afternoons are a finite resource. One afternoon spent in conversation can produce the most valuable record a family will ever possess. The guide's primary mandate is direct. Do not wait for a funeral to ask the questions that matter. Choose one person and ask just one of these questions before the day is over. Reach out in this exact moment, call them, or sit down and listen while they are still here to answer. Honor is made visible through the action of asking.